lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
So you're your biggest asset.
Mm-hmm.
You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. Toxic. Hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What, the job? Oh, sorry. I have no way of creating or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World.
Hey, what's going on? And can you dig it? It's Monday night, 7 o'clock. You already know, Just a Bit Outside radio show. I'm your host, Keisha. And as you can see, we have an extra face in the building tonight, a familiar face. But I'm going to start with my main man. Hold up, got to do my main man, Mark Foster in the building.
Yabba dabba do.
And our special guest and brother in arms, my dude, Howard Simons.
Man, I'm still waiting for my theme music. Where's my theme music at?
Hit the Ric Flair 2001.
Woo!
Yes, you guys. Big weekend in Baltimore this weekend. Biggest thing going down was Artscape weekend. It was a rainy Artscape this year, but did either of you have a chance to check out Artscape? I went down there on Friday.
That seemed to be the popular day.
Yeah. I got to listen to the TLC. Yeah.
TC.
Yeah, TC.
I was trying to refrain from going there for
TC.
you know, give her a props. You know, that's not a living legend, but it's a legend. You know.
Yeah.
I guess we can say TLC.
We'll just call them Take Care. He lost the love. But yeah, man, they sounded pretty decent too. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, there was a nice little crowd out there. They did their thing, and they sang all the old hits. You know, the baby, baby, baby. They did that in the Creep Joe.
We're chasing waterfalls now.
Yeah.
I was gonna let her try to mess up the name of the song again.
What did I call it last week? The waterfall song?
Go Chasing Waterfalls.
I don't even know. Right. It's the throwback jam. I really had a good time out there. You know, Artscape is always a great time for the city of Baltimore.
Lit.
Yeah. And this weekend was this past weekend was no exception. The music artists were great. Of course, the art was great. And my favorite part really is in Station North, which is pretty much my hood. The Art After Dark, where, you know, after Artscape you still get to walk around with your beers, and, you know, the DJs come out, and they had this one thing that they've been doing where they put a couch on Charles Street. It's right at Charles Street in Landvale, where there's this big, huge LED board, you know, and they set up the Super Nintendo, and somehow it's wired to show not only who's playing, you know what I mean, but the game that they're playing. So you get to see the people like, and then, you know, you up on the big board and everything. So, you know, that's always a popular, exhibit at
what games were being played?
Oh man, Mario Kart, you know,
Contra.
I did not see Contra. I think I saw a little Zelda going down, but it was like a lot of the old school like Mario games.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still fun.
Yeah, and it seems like, you know, like Artscape is just getting bigger and bigger every year. Like, they expand it wider and wider, man.
It's gonna take over all of the city soon.
Yep, that'd be nice.
Sometimes I thought it was funny because, you know, when I used to go to Artscape all the time, I was like, wow, this is getting big. And then, like, for a couple of years, it was like dwindling down. Like, the number of people wasn't showing up. And I think in the past 2 years, They got a long way to go. They got an uphill climb.
Yeah,
Climb.
they do. So I look forward to talking about that as well. We also, the WNBA is in full swing. We got to talk about Liz Cambridge, who had a huge weekend, most notably 56-point game.
Damn.
WNBA history. Ooh. And then we also had a triple-double. You know how rare those are. So we have a lot to talk about today on the show, man. I'm really excited. Do we have a hometown hero for the week?
We do, but while we're in this menu, the menu, the intro.
Yeah.
You know what else went down this weekend?
What it?
On the other side of the country, San Diego Comic-Con.
Really?
The big.
Yeah. Did they have, so who were the big names
all
this
the
year?
trailers were dropping. Like Aquaman finally dropped.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That looks good. Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
The part where the little kid was like at the aquarium and all of the like sea monsters was like, we fuck you up.
How about just normal fish?
Nah, man. Them dudes look like sea monsters. Fish, they look friendly. They look happy. They floating around.
You can't be messing with the king of the sea.
Those jokers were in attack mode, man. That was kind of scary for real.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you know what I started doing? I went back and started watching all the Marvel movies in order.
Did you?
Yeah.
In order.
So I'm in phase 1 right now. I'm at Captain America. So I just finished watching Thor and everything. So I kind of been enjoying that.
Okay.
All of them are good movies. I'll say Marvel has. Maybe with Iron Man 2 and 3, a little slipped a little bit, but most of all Marvel movies are all good.
Legit,
watch it. Like my favorite is Winter Soldier. I can watch that over and over again and never get tired of it.
And that first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. played into that.
Yep.
So amazingly. Yeah.
I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. I need to check that out.
It's funny because the TV shows that's dealing with Marvel is always a backstory, but they're always connected to the movie somehow. So I'm waiting for them to actually redo. Oh man, I can't think of the writer. Nicolas Cage played
Ghost Rider.
I'm really waiting for them to do something with Ghost Rider.
They had Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. That's what made me like.
They did?
The Robbie Reyes version that drove a car.
Yeah, he drove a car.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and Marvel has definitely been on one for real.
You know, and DC Universe, they have their own streaming service coming out soon, and on their Facebook post that was putting out the Aquaman trailer, oh man, it's so stupid. They actually had a hashtag support DC films. It's like you're actually like begging people to support your films because they're usually so bad.
So you know what's funny is DC cartoons that you stream are like top notch. Like all the Batmans, everything that they put out, the Justice League that they put out, the Teen Titan ones. Like you're like, why can't you do movies like this? These cartoons are so badass. You're like, what's going on? Like if you follow the cartoon exactly, you got a winner.
I usually have something playing in my ear while I'm at work, and I had the Flashpoint Paradox playing today. It's an amazing film.
I gotta admit, I haven't even seen Justice League.
I finally did, just because my brother and I have a Google Share, like the family plan, and he had bought it, so I finally watched it.
Did you enjoy that one?
I don't know.
I mean, look,
no.
Justice League was decent.
Okay.
They left a lot on the table. Like I don't understand, like all their movies, they leave it on the table. Like Batman versus Superman, you go, wow, this could have been so much better. So much better. And you're like, wow, Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah, I thought Wonder Woman was pretty good.
And when you got the Justice League, you're like, all right, come on, son, don't do me like this. Come on, baby, I need you to reach for this one.
Wonder Woman looked like it turned the corner for DC.
Yeah,
it did.
Aquaman looks good. And then they also dropped a trailer at San Diego for Shazam.
Really?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And all the criticisms of DC films being dark and everything, this one's totally different. It's all sunny and bright. And
so I've been trying to figure out why DC films have been trying to go the dark graphic novel way instead of having like a mix up. Like Wonder Woman wasn't dark. It was deep. It was nice, but
and even then it had its gritty parts.
But like I'm a Batman fan. Let me tell you right now. You can do Batman any type of ways, and I'll still watch it. Now I may never watch the movie again depending on that Batman. Like George Clooney, you'll never catch me watching that Batman ever again.
Or Val Kilmer. Bless your
bad. But that George Clooney, when you're like, dude, I was expecting so much more from you.
I didn't even watch that in the theaters. I like rented it from Blockbuster, and then I like wanted my money back.
Blockbuster?
It was horrible, but you know, my man, what's his name? Who just did the old Batman?
Oh,
Jack Nicholson?
No, not Jack.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
Christian Bale.
Michael Keaton was good.
Oh, Christian Bale?
Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, he's Batman.
Like Christian Bale as Batman.
To me, he's Batman, though.
I like Christian Bale as Batman. I'm like, who else can you get to play Bale but Christian Bale? And old Pretty Boy isn't doing a bad job.
God, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck isn't doing a bad job. He's not. He doesn't seem like Ben Affleck. He seems like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It's just darker Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He does a really good job.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, but it's their movies. They just can't bring it together, baby.
I'm gonna say this, okay? The Infinity Stones joint. What was that? The Last Avenger.
There's a whole lot of crime in that movie.
But to me, that was a good mixture of dark and like, you know what I mean? Like they wove it together. Because I mean, Thanos was dark as hell.
I hope they remember.
You know what I mean?
He's so dark. He's purple.
Right. But it was a good mixture between the two. You know what I mean? Light and a little lightness, a little comedy.
His voice was like, I forgot the actor name, but he plays in
Josh Brolin.
And his voice for Thanos was awesome. And when he was doing it, like my favorite part when he said, "I hope they remembered you," and you felt that, like,
yeah.
What? Well, hold up. Who said something like that?
Right. Thanos definitely made you feel. So hopefully, you know, I mean, with this Aquaman, you know, DC might take that type of approach.
Well, it looked like they following the cartoon when they did the Aquaman cartoon. That was great. I actually watched that a couple of times. Now, hopefully, with the movie, it seems like a lot of sequences are following that. Let's just hope they bring it together well, and it turns out to be a good movie. Because I need to really write these names down for people. The guy who's playing Aquaman.
Oh,
Jason
yeah.
Momoa. Jason Momoa is actually seem like he's a fun Aquaman.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing Aquaman.
Yeah.
You feel him, not the little old punk ass gate.
Right. He's got the hair, he's got the beard.
This is like a badass Aquaman. Like, yes, I am not wearing tights. I'm going to wear this right here. I'm
like
Aquaman.
He's like the Titan or something.
Like look at my tattoo, son.
Look at my trident. Yeah. Look at my trident, girl.
Yeah.
All right, look, you guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got your hometown hero and WTF moments of the week. Just a bit outside. Are you clapping? Okay. What say anything?
Hey, man. It don't suck.
Check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So, since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is and what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions. More than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing willing to see yourself first to know that you need deliverance.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues. Designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Keisha, and I hope y'all heard that. If you didn't, let me run that back. Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Keisha. Hey, you guys, when we left off, we were talking about Arscape and the things that were going on around town here in Baltimore. It was a great weekend, and now it's time to get into some sports. You know? Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Sports.
So we might as well keep it local. Starting it off, let's do the hometown hero.
Hometown hero. So Jake Layman, Maryland alum, basketball. He got drafted to the Portland Trailblazers 2016 second round.
Okay.
He tore it up in the summer league.
Did he?
He led the Portland Trailblazers in scoring all league long. It's only like 7 games or whatever this season. Led them all the way to the championship. They beat the Lakers 91-73 on Tuesday.
Yes, that was out there in Vegas too.
Yeah.
So and you know what though? Shout out to the Lakers too. Like, little known fact, this was back-to-back, championship summer league.
Didn't that guy that they drafted, was his Hart? Wasn't he like the MVP of the league or something like that?
Lakers?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think he might have been.
Yeah.
I know that this was their second time in a row going, so I can't necessarily say that's a sign of good things to come.
Summer league.
Yeah.
So it's like preseason.
Right.
Wow, the Ravens look great.
Right. They won all of their preseason games. We're going to go to the Super Bowl.
It's the G League preseason at that.
Yeah, right. Ouch. But that's at least noteworthy. And of course, they got the big guy on the team now, number 23. And out there in LA, they're still defiling murals. There's another mural that got defiled.
It's those Kobe fans, man.
Right, I know, man.
You would not come up in my town and be and outshine my Kobe, but it's gonna happen, man. I mean, Kobe is Kobe. You can't take what Kobe done, who he is, the assassin, all that.
The Mamba. I mean, it's a way of life.
Yeah, but LeBron, he's to me, he's bigger. I mean, he's just bigger. Like, and it's hard to be bigger than Kobe Bryant. But how LeBron does things, how he does things off the court.
Yeah, off the court, he's definitely absolutely
is big. It's just big. He's LA. He's LA fired up already.
Yeah, and it's just so funny because when you're talking about the contrast between the two, Kobe really didn't become like that guy outside of the court until he was finished playing basketball. Got the music going? Oh, no. Yeah. When during the time that he was in the NBA, he really wasn't out there for the fun.
Yeah, he was out there for the business.
Right.
I'm gonna kill everyone. So step up. I'm gonna try to drop 80 every night. Let's see who's gonna stop me from getting 80. Right. LeBron's like, I'm gonna win this championship. I'm gonna pass this ball. I'm gonna shoot this rock. Who's gonna stop me?
And then let's say one more. I want everybody to love me. Kobe didn't care if he loved him or not.
But the thing, you know, what's about like LeBron tackles the social issues.
Yes, he does.
It's like in this day and age, he's, you know, a lot of basketball players back then didn't face social issues. Then it wasn't Twitter and
but say they didn't have the social media.
Wasn't
Correct.
Big, but other players had the chances to tackle social issues, and LeBron is putting it on his shoulders. And so,
absolutely,
you got to give him kudos for that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you guys both know I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I do have to tip.
LeBooty.
Yeah, I'm trying to chill on the LeBooties, especially now that he a Laker now.
So how does that make you feel, actually, Keith?
I still don't know.
How does that make you feel? You go like, yeah, LeBooty. Oh yeah, we won. LeBooty brought us back. Is that what you gonna do now?
That's progress, because she said she's not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
Before it was like, I hate him.
Right. But I mean, I'm pretty sure when the Lakers come to see the Bullets play this upcoming season, I'll be sitting out there looking like I have Tourette's. You know, fuck yeah!
You actually gonna have a 23 jersey on too?
Hell no! I ain't never going that far, boy. I ain't never going that far. But you know, it's something that I'm just slowly coming to terms with, and he does have the leg to stand on. That he is a wonderful man. So you know, as a black man,
best player in the NBA.
Oh God, I'm still gonna put that up for debate. It's like, no, he is the best. I gotta give it to him though, and I'm really looking forward to see what he does in LA, regardless of.
Yeah.
You know, with that group of guys, and then also, they pretty much put a team together for him.
Yeah, they did.
You know, I'm just really surprised we haven't really heard from Mr. Mouth. You know, from Mr. Ball.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is. So you hear when Magic when he went to go visit LeBron, and he pretty much. LeBron knew more about his team than Magic did. Magic was like, what? Wow. So I think LeBron was happy. He was happy with the team. He was happy with the core. They all know they may need one more piece. What they got right now, I think they can compete.
It's manageable.
I think they can compete for sure. I mean, those two young guys, Ingram, Azuma. I think they have
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Isn't that like a character from one like Azuma or something like that?
I think it sounds like it. Like a Naruto character.
Yeah. So I think if you look at it, they have a good team on paper right now. Yeah. But playing with LeBron is different. A lot of players found out like playing with LeBron actually is going to make your skills get better, or is it going to drop your skills? Because what he does, and it's just different. And some people, and, you got to say the baller brand.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to have. I think he has a hard rap because of his father. But I think he's a cool guy. And he just wants to play basketball.
And honestly, I mean, if he really is that Jason Kidd-esque kind of player, like they were trying to say he was when he first came into the league, he's not going to do anything but benefit from LeBron being there. So, I mean, that could be the 1-2 punch, a year or two down the road that everybody's raving about. You just never know.
Yeah.
I mean, they have they picked up Rajon Rondo.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure he could provide some leadership, that veteran leadership, show him some things, because I mean, he's on his way out the door. Let's be honest, So
he still balls though.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, man. So big things going on in LA, and let's do our WTF moments of the week.
Let's get into it.
All right. So what you got for us?
Well, since we're talking about LeBron, let's talk about his son.
Okay.
LeBron Jr. And this actually isn't about LeBron Jr. This is about the fans. Because, he's 13 years old. Why the hell does basketball have rankings on 13-year-olds, for one?
Whoa.
He's number one ranked 13-year-old in the country. But he was playing at a game, and the crowd erupted chanting overrated at this kid. 13-year-old.
Are you serious?
Why as an adult are you going to chant overrated at?
What's this, like a rec league game or something?
Hey, man, look, that AAU circuit, it's vicious, man. I mean, I've never been to an AAU game, but I've heard some things. It is vicious. It is nothing to be played with.
They host a AAU tournament in Arizona every year, Cactus Classic and like Oak Hill Academy and all them. They go out there. Yeah, it's vicious. I'll agree on that. I don't know about taunting a child though.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like these parents and everything, they just be going a little bit too far nowadays. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I believe in the spirit of competition and everything, but you know, me more importantly, at that age, you need to be learning the game and learning about sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, some of those like taunting elements and being super hard on your kid on the wrong aspects can have a negative effect. I mean, that's how you get the Johnny Manziels and the other crazy kids and whatnot.
Yeah,
crazy kids.
Well,
seriously.
I think LeBron Jr. is going to get the last laugh on him because Kenyon Martin Jr.
Yeah,
he's a senior at Sierra Canyon High School in California. He's recruiting LeBron Jr. to that school, and especially now that his dad's going to be out in California. It looks like he's going to be playing there. This school has Scottie Pippen's son on their team, in addition to Kenyon Martin Jr. Their fans are both Drake and Kanye are both big fans of him, and the number 2 player in the draft this year was an alumnus of that school.
Really?
So I think LeBron Jr. has got it made.
Well, he is LeBron Jr. I don't care where he goes. He's going to have it made.
I think he's actually going to have the skills to back it up, unlike like Michael Jordan Jr.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, everybody can't be. Everybody's not going to be good as their father. I mean, that's sad for kids when they put they put them in that same mold as their father.
That legacy. Yeah.
I mean, but you seem like LeBron Jr. will probably be a decent basketball player, but you know he may not reach the level of his father, but he'll be something good. So let's just hope for the best out of him.
Hell, I didn't even realize Kenyon Martin's son was playing.
I didn't either.
Right, I didn't even know Kenyon Martin had a son.
Well, Kenyon Martin today was a beast.
Yeah, yes he was. Who was that? UConn?
I thought it was
Villanova. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say UConn, Villanova, or Cincinnati. One of those joints.
I mean, but either way, Kenyon Martin was probably way better if he didn't have the knee injuries.
Yeah,
and he was still a beast. Don't get me wrong, he was a beast in the league. But if he didn't have those early knee injuries in his career, it's no telling what Kenyon Martin would have did, because he was nasty. Like, his attitude was just nasty from the start. When you see him, you go, I don't know if this guy's going to shoot the ball or punch me in the face. I got to figure out which one is going to.
Kenyon Martin used to be off the hook too, like you said, punch him in the face type of dude. Like, absolutely. You know, one of the things that I every time I hear Kenyon Martin, you know what I think about?
What's that?
His speech impediment back in the day.
Oh.
Like, it was so horrible. Like, every interview that they gave him would just make me cringe, yo. But by the time he got to the NBA level, we got a handle. We got a handle.
Man, I feel bad for us people that stutters. you know, I was always right here in my heart, brother. We had to overcome those speech issues. We have to overcome.
Well, my WTF moment of the week kind of comes on a somber kind of note. This was about Kazakh Olympic skater Denis Ten, who was stabbed to death.
Wow.
Yeah, last week. And he was stabbed to death in an attempted robbery of... These guys were attempting to steal the mirrors off of his car.
Damn.
Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, started to do multiple times, and of course he passed away, you know, at the hospital hours later. But, you know, I mean, that's a tough, you know, to be an Olympic. I mean, nobody deserves to get murdered, but, you know, a national hero, Olympic medalist, to, you know, be stabbed to death over his car mirrors, man.
So young. He was only 25.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was kind of like
that sounds like a hit. I'm sorry.
Oh, look.
Sounds like a hit. Conspiracy theory is on the way.
Mirrorgate.
I can't wait. I'm gonna wait till we come outside. I'm gonna show him stealing his mirror. And I know he owe me money, so bam. I mean, that's crazy. Like, who gets stabbed over mirrors? I know, you know, in the world today, people die over less things. Unfortunately, it's just crazy that now when we're looking at someone is getting stabbed over mirrors, it's just. Or someone's getting, like, kids getting shot in the car, sitting there. I mean, it has to stop at some point. Like, you know, I mean, I don't want to get on that box right now, but, you know, at some point we got to start realizing what's going on.
What was the child's name? Taylor?
Taylor,
yeah, man. You know what? I think we need to end the show on that note for real. We'll come back to that. But let's move on to the realm of baseball. You guys, last week was really exciting time for baseball fans, and especially fans of the home run. Man, that home run derby was legit. Yes, thank you.
I was sitting there, look. I'm sitting there folding the clothes.
Okay.
And my wife keeps coming upstairs. Howard, then I just started ignoring her, like, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, she said, "Oh, baseball's on."
Yeah.
I was like, it's the home run derby. Leave me alone. It's good. It is going down. I'm like, these boys are balling right now. You sitting like, oh man, he's gonna lose this round. Holy crap!
Yes,
10 in a row.
The late minute heroics.
I was like, it is going down, and that was like the whole from the start to the end. And like with Harper. First, I'm not a national fan because they always beat the Braves in the past couple of years. So I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, dang, I really wanted to see Harper win because I actually remember on the show last year. Last week I said Harper was going to win a home run derby when I sent a little message in. Right. So and I'm sitting there like, man, I really had this wrong. He's going to lose because he's not hitting. The next thing you know, he got in that groove and went bombs crazy, and I was like, this is great for the hometown. Like, I wish I was in DC right now. I wish I was in a bar right now, but I'm here folding clothes because I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. And it was just crazy. I was like, I'm running around the house and I couldn't find anything to throw or like anybody to scream with because no one felt the excitement that I felt. I just took
take your beer
and I folded the clothes.
That was my next question. Like, you know, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was screaming throughout the whole entire time I was watching. When is the last time that you like were that enthusiastic about a home run derby? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? I don't think since what? I'm gonna say for me probably when Ken Griffey hit the warehouse. At Camden Yards.
That was a good home run derby.
Yeah.
You know, competitive wise, you know, like the year when Stanton was in it, he was hitting so many bombs.
But that was last year, right? Him and Aaron Judge.
Yeah, they were hitting so many bombs that made it fun to watch. But this year it was competitive. The little guy from the Astros who had the short swing, he didn't hit him far, he was just hitting him bang. Bam, bam. You're like, wow, this guy may win it because he's just doing it.
And I gotta tell you this, you know, I was a little skeptical about the new format and the changes that they made, but I can sit here and I can admit that, you know, I'm on board with it because I feel like the new format, the new way that it is, it lends itself to have these type of situations.
In baseball, you don't think about a clock.
Yeah.
And when they put the clock on there, at first I was like, oh, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
But it made it exciting.
Yeah.
And the money ball, if you hit it over 400 feet, you got 30 seconds.
And then also, too, the 30-second timeouts that you get to recharge. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm telling you, like, being an ex-baseball player, like, after a good 10 swings, I don't care how strong and how much endurance you have, you get tired of swinging that bat. Especially when you're trying to hit. If you're just trying to make contact, you'll go, I can stay in the cage a little longer and pick pattern. But if you're trying to launch them things, and you hit
giving your all.
You get that 10 swing, you're like, woo! So I need a break because I'm going to go ham at this 30-second. But right now, my muscles tighten up a little bit, and you know all that excitement they had. They ball play, that adrenaline was pumping, and you know that lactic acid uptake was getting to them. So you know,
and it's also interesting to see when the different batters were electing to take those timeouts, because there were some that would take them like a minute and a half in, and then there were some that elected to take them a little bit later on, and the different effects on that, later on if you were able to hang on. You know what I mean? So I mean, it was just a fantastic. It had to have been one of the best home run derbies I've ever witnessed in my lifetime.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Remember last week we did the brackets.
Right.
It got blown up just like an NCAA bracket.
In the first damn round, we was like, and then after the home run derby, the very next night we had the Major League Baseball All-Star Game itself,
which was
interesting.
In itself a home run derby.
Yeah, and very entertaining. That joint went the extra innings.
Yeah.
Well, what sucked for me, I was at work.
Okay.
And I watched the first 5 minutes, and next thing you know, like that buzzer just wouldn't stop going off. And I was like, look, the area that I work in. I need you to calm down, because these boys are playing some ball right now. And when I got back into the station, it was over. I was like,
yeah.
I don't even want to watch any highlights, because I'm going to be mad, because it seemed like it was a great game. And now, I don't know anything was going on. I'm going to keep it that way.
Absolutely. The biggest thing that was kind of overshadowing, which will kind of segue us into our next little topic, that was overshadowing the whole entire All-Star weekend, involved the Baltimore Orioles. And in 2018 Baltimore Oriole fashion, it was not positive. And I'm referring to the Manny Machado trade to the Los Angeles Dodgers for 5 prospects.
Who was the team that you were hoping you went to?
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't get what I wanted to get. You know what I mean?
Hold up. Who do you thought? Hold on. Hold on. Who did you think that you were going to get?
You know, I wanted a decent pitcher. I wanted a decent pitcher.
So
you know what I'm
Dodgers
saying?
is a decent pitcher right now.
They got a pitcher.
They did get the pitcher, and I heard that he's pretty nice. Yeah. But I mean, like, you know, the Dodgers have a pretty good. Pitching core, man. I mean, you know, I would have taken any of those guys. I mean, like I said last week, I knew they weren't going to give up anybody like Clayton Kershaw, but I mean, you know, Rich Hill, Ken Maeda. I mean, these are, you know, names I would have taken. Anybody to, I don't know where that music came from. Anybody that would strengthen.
Strengthen what? A losing season? I mean, I'm just trying to. I'm like,
no, but somebody that we can start working with for next season, though.
You better work them prospects.
We got we got these prospects, right? So now, what are we gonna say? So Adam Jones is obviously the leader, of the team.
Well, Adam Jones is always the leader of the team.
Right. But as far as like the infield was concerned, Manny Machado kind of controlled that. Who's the guy now?
The shortstop. I mean, the second base
prospect.
The second.
Yeah, he had a damn arrow on them.
Well, look. First, don't be surprised who was surprised that Machado was going to get
Nobody.
traded. It wasn't even a dark cloud over the All-Star game. It was more like, why is this taking so long? That was a dark cloud. It wasn't that he got traded. It was like, why is this taking so long? Why haven't we got any prospects early to at least compete or build? Let these prospects play. That was my thought. We all knew from last year that Machado was going to get traded.
Well, you mentioned conspiracy theories earlier.
Oh, Lord.
And they said that MLB probably told the Orioles not to announce a trade until after the All-Star game was over, not to overshadow the All-Star game.
Well, I don't think it was that.
And it did anyway. That's what I said.
Exactly.
I think what's more the Orioles. They wanted a representative from the Orioles to go to the All-Star game. I wouldn't want him to be a Dodger and say he's going to the All-Star game as a Dodger. I did rather he did.
Well, it would have been only right that he represented because that was the team he was on the whole first half of the season.
That was the conspiracy behind it. It wasn't that they didn't want him to announce it. When they took him off the field, you already knew he was traded.
Yeah.
You take a play off the field in the middle of the game, well, he's traded.
Oh yeah. They didn't want to risk injury.
So right. it wasn't like, you know, something that was crazy. They was like, you're going to go to the All-Star game as an Oriole, because they could have traded him that day and said, get on the plane. Like, get on the plane, it's time for you to go. But no, he represented the Orioles in the All-Star game, and that's what that was about to me. I don't think it was like a conspiracy. I think it was, I'm pretty sure he get a bonus, the Orioles get a bonus, the fans wanted to see him as an Oriole in the All-Star game, and that's what they got.
I think the one big conspiracy theory that Mark and I had come up with about Manny Machado was that suit that he wore on the red carpet. I mean, that was very Hillary Clinton-esque.
Look, if he went Rusty. Look, Hillary did it first, Russ did it second, now Manny Machado did it. You know, who wore it best? All I'm saying is that, you know, Russ looked like both of them look like some type of gangsters from back in the day.
Hold that thought, Howard. We're about to go to break. When we come back, more Major League Baseball talk on Just a Bit Outside.
Cocaina.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National Series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm gonna talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're
then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early into the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees.
Are you thinking about getting your...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
When we left off, we were in the thick of it, Major League Baseball All-Star Week, and we were discussing the Manny Machado trades and the Manny Machado suit. So let me ask you guys: are you guys satisfied with what we got from Machado? See, you like, who do you expect? Are you really? I mean, seriously though, come on.
I mean, look,
I'm not.
Well, you can't. 5 prospects. One of them, a couple of them supposed to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, got to rebuild. Like every team, they trade. It's not the Orioles. Not the first team to trade. They one of their top players for prospects, and 2-3 years later, those prospects end up being superstars themselves.
Sure.
So it's one of those things where you hope for the best, and and hope that the Orioles actually know what they're doing, and that's the part I'm shaky about, because the Orioles know what they're doing.
Right.
So I mean, I will say some of the prospects that the Orioles have, they've done a pretty good job of scouting them.
Okay.
So I watched some of the Orioles games. I'm like, well, who's this guy? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
okay,
Right.
he's balling a little bit.
Mhm.
So we'll see. I mean, plus with their manager, he's always top notch when it comes to talent and know what he's doing. So.
Well, let me ask you this: how much of these prospects are here to stay, or could it possibly be that these kids really are good and we could use them in the future? With bargaining power.
That depends on the Orioles. I mean,
Yeah.
Orioles have a history of not really paying people or paying the wrong people. So, what do you?
Chris Davis.
What was that other guy? That pitcher.
They refused to keep Nelson Cruz.
Oh, that was the worst. Oh God, the dude.
But
came from
you'd like
Twins.
him right now.
Ubaldo Jimenez.
Yeah.
Yo, Jesus.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey.
And also too, this is not the first time that the Orioles have let go like a major superstar. I was hurt when they let my dude go, Mike Mussina.
Well, you gotta think about it. Look, they drafted Frank Thomas before. They had Kirk Schilling. They had Steve Finley.
Kirk Schilling.
Yeah, they had Kirk Schilling.
Yeah,
Schilling, Steve Finley. You said Mike Mussina, and had somebody else who was like awesome that went to play for another team. So this is nothing new with the Orioles.
Right. That
You're just hoping like, Lord, please don't.
Calling on the prayer warriors.
That's just the thing. You had all those Hall of Famers, and you let them go. They let them go for Glenn Davis.
Yeah. And also too, what's the most recent one? Jake Arrieta. They chased him out of town, and he went to the Chicago Cubs and won the World Series. Along with Pedro Strop.
He was nasty in Chicago.
Yeah. And he's still killing it.
Yeah, no one is going to hit him.
He's still killing it in Philly.
And I heard that they actually told him there's a couple pitches he couldn't throw here, and that's one of the reasons why he ended up.
That's what I said. They basically chased him out of Baltimore.
Yeah. And they finally started letting the pitchers that are in the system do it now.
And he was a big deal. I remember his first season with us. I think he started on opening day. I was there. Yeah, I was there. Like, I was pumped about him. So, I mean, that's just the nature of the game. You keep some, you don't get to keep them all.
Well, something. Look. Orioles with this the track record is horrible. They're terrible with this. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you sugarcoat it. The Orioles have a problem. Someone needs to come talk to them. Like the Prayer Warriors, somebody needs to have a conversation with them about their trades and what they're looking at for the future. I'm sorry for this outburst. I just don't know. They need
Chris Davis.
Yeah. They need to take a page from the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
They need to take a page with what the Yankees are doing right now.
Take a page from Diamondbacks.
Well, Diamondbacks, all these teams who decided that I'm sorry. You need to take a look of all these teams and go, hey, what are these guys doing that's making them successful? Like my Atlanta Braves have been booty huffed for like the past so many years, and all the prospects that they had actually kept and traded for, all of them are balling right now. And so it all comes together at a certain time.
Shout out to Nick Kakis. I mean, you saying like, Markakis, Markakis. For representing. I mean, I still have a soft spot for him every time I see him.
All he does is hit.
Yeah.
All he does is hit.
Yeah, and he's still like doing it. How old is he now?
Did he make All-Star game?
Yeah. That's why I had to shout him out, because I mean, when I see him, it's just like, oh.
All he does is hit. He doesn't hit. He doesn't hit for power. He just hits the ball.
And he seems like he's enjoying himself in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, Freddie Freeman, all them young boys.
A couple of trips to Magic City.
Yeah.
Now, it does sound like they are taking things seriously, because Dan Duquette, who I think everyone has assumed is on his way out the door, the way he's talking, it sounds like he's planning on staying for a while, whether he gets the deal or not. But they're actually used the word rebuild, which is something they avoided. He came out and addressed that they have the least amount of scouts.
Okay.
That they haven't done any international recruiting. They're the only team in the MLB that doesn't have an international player.
Who fault is that?
Dan Duquette. But you hear the music.
Oh, you guys, that's all the time we got for this particular segment. But we will be right back with more MLB talk and The Real on Wrestling with Mark Foster. Don't go anywhere.
that shit was.
Time for flashback.
I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
It's just the one you had. That was
just
just.
a big long line, you know. But it's always something that you can
Go ahead, Bliss. Can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he with his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the dirt. How they bust? Boy, show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and shake it off real quick. But you crying? F out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
Oh shit.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. You're checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on TuneIn app, and Radio Loyalty app. We appreciate it each and every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Share the link, share the love.
We on TuneIn?
Yeah.
I watch TuneIn I listen to TuneIn all the time.
Yeah, we on it. So, tomorrow, listen to yourself.
I will listen to myself on TuneIn.
You guys, when we left off, we were talking about the Manny Machado trade, the effect on the Orioles, whether we were in love with the trade or not. They are perfect right here. They're perfectly on display. And I just kind of want to round up this MLB discussion with picks for the World Series. Now, before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know over the next, let's say, week or two, we'll do like we did last season, and we'll give our, our mid-season awards and, our predictions, for Rookie of the Year, MVP, Cy Young. That's always fun. I mean, we've had a whole season to watch and evaluate and to fall in love. So, over the next couple of weeks, I look forward to talking and discussing that with you, Mark, and hopefully Howard as well. So be on the lookout for that.
I may come back.
But now, back to the nitty gritty. The AL, American League, they won the All-Star game. So they have home field advantage for the World Series. Howard, we were talking a little bit offline. What are your picks to represent the AL as well as the National League in the World Series?
Woo, that's a hard one. But right now, I gotta go with the Astros just off respect.
Woo, okay.
Just off respect, you gotta go with the champs. Just
okay.
Off respect, they're still having a good year. They're still number one in the AL West.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to deny the Boston Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
They're just. It seems like they haven't even hit their stride yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking at it at that point. Astros for right now, but they better be careful with the Red Sox. And you can't get about the innings either. It's like the AL. You're like, oh man, this is going to. It's hard.
Terry Francona.
Who's going to get hot at the right time? And that's going to be the question. Who's going to be hot at the right time and go from there? Now my National League picks. Man, every National League.
It's tight.
It's tight.
It is.
You're like, ooh. So you're like, Philly looks good, but I think their team is too young to really like push and get that second half push.
Agreed.
And I say that with the Braves too. I think the Braves have a good core and a good team, but I think right now they're finding out with their younger guys that the pitchers are figuring them out a little bit more, so they're going to have to make a change. To me, it's still the Cubs and the Dodgers for the front runners, and the Diamondbacks. So
they don't forget about Mark's boys.
Yeah, it's a and the Brewers. When you watch a Brewer game, you go, man, they're a lot better team than what I thought they were.
Yeah.
But then you see the youngness in them, or you see like they're just not there yet. They're winning some games, but they're just not there yet. And they're one of those teams. You're like, oh man, I'm rooting for y'all, but you don't got it yet. So
and yet, there was talk about them in the consideration for Manny Machado. I'm kind of surprised they didn't really push hard just for that reason.
Well, it's hard. It's like I watched some Brewers game. I haven't watched a whole lot of them, so I don't know if they're pitching any more depth than pitching. I'm not sure. I saw a lot of young guys who hit for their team, but the Dodgers,
yeah, they got some bats.
Yeah, but the Dodgers, man, it's like
it's a complete team.
Yeah, and it's like if Seager, the shortstop, if he didn't get hurt, I don't think they would have got. They don't think they went after Machado, but he comes back. Manny moves back to third, and I forgot that I was playing third base. He's like a fan favorite. But someone they're going to have to let someone go to pay everyone that's on the Dodgers. So I think this is a World Series of bust year for the Dodgers again. And I think what always beats them is that they rely too much on Kershaw. Every time Kershaw pitched, they're like, that's a win. But when you get the playoffs, it hasn't been that win.
Yeah, it's something about the Dodgers in the postseason. They're kind of like the Toronto Raptors of the MLB. No, because I mean, I'm kind of afraid I'm going to do it, but I'm afraid to go out on the ledge again because I was picking them last season.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just with the addition of Manny Machado, it is really hard to go against the Dodgers. And you were talking about pitching with Clayton Kershaw. It's not just Clayton Kershaw though. You know what I mean? Like as team earned run average, they have the second best team earned run average in the league. Quality starts, they're in second place there. So they have a really good core. And as we saw with the Houston Astros, that's one of the first things on the checklist that you need, to succeed in the postseason.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mark, who's your AL and NL picks?
AL, I'm trying to rack my head and think about who we picked at the beginning of the season, but I think I went with the Red Sox, and I think I'm going to stick with
the Yankees. Or did you put the Yankees?
I don't remember.
Let's just say you went with the Red Sox, and you're sticking with it.
It was between those two because the AL East is so strong minus the damn Orioles.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox have, by and large, since day one, done their damn thing. Hasn't really looked weak or had a bad stretch of games. Knock on wood, a major injury. So I see the Red Sox taking it. The NL, like Howard said, is just a total crapshoot. You could throw darts at who's gonna go. But I think I'm gonna go with the Dodgers too.
Yeah.
I think they're putting the pieces together, especially through the Manny trade.
Yeah.
A few weeks back, the Diamondbacks were up by 5 games, and the Dodgers have just done their damn thing too. And they're 1.5 games up, I think, now. The Diamondbacks.
Hey, look what just happened over the weekend. With the addition of a new player, it's kind of like it gave them this boost or something. And we've seen the same we've seen the opposite effect here. I was just talking offline about how on Saturday the Orioles had 3 errors, and they were bad. And you know what I mean? I couldn't help but think man, where is their head right now? You know what I mean? Honestly though, and so I agree with you on that.
Okay.
Agree with you definitely on that. And I'm right along there with you. To me, Xander Bogaerts, the whole Red Sox, crew. You got Chris Sale, one of the best pitchers.
Martinez having.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, yeah. And you got Chris Sale, one of the best pitchers in the league, you know, and a host of other. Was that Drew Pomerantz?
I think so.
Yeah. Yep.
Price still got Price.
Price still going.
See if he can bring it back.
You know. Yeah. So I mean, they also do, but you know, as Howard also mentioned, don't sleep on the Cleveland Indians, man. Like, you know, Terry Francona always finds a way. It seems like these past couple of years, and let's say the past decade, he always finds a way, no matter where he is.
Cleveland Indians got some studs. That's the thing. They got some studs.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you guys on that. So those are our picks for the Major League Baseball World Series. So we'll see how that goes along the rest of the season. You know what? We got to do one other thing for Major League Baseball. We got to do the booty huff and who came through. So, Mark, you got some pretty interesting. Let's do. Which one do you first? Booty huff.
Howard, you pick. Booty huff came through.
Came through. Let's go with came through.
Okay. All right. I got mine on the phone.
Mine came through the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay.
They're on a 9-game tear. 11 of the last 12. Of those teams, they beat the Nationals, the Brewers, and the Reds. The Reds aren't super good or anything, but the Nationals and the Brewers, that's some stiff competition. To go 11 of 12, win on a nine game win streak, that's saying something. They're currently 8 games behind the Cubs, 4.5 behind the Brewers for second place, 4 games out of the wild card, and they're on a tear that just is serious.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. My came through was an actual individual player.
Okay.
And he goes by the name of Matt Carpenter, and he plays for the St. Louis Cardinals. He had 6 home runs in a row. 6 games, 6 home runs. Yeah. And when you talk about coming through for your team, and, to me, it gets no better than that. You know what I mean? To have a home run in 6 straight games is pretty impressive. And the Cardinals used to be one of those teams too. They're still competitive, but it seems like they're kind of falling back. They're kind of leaning back a little bit. My favorite catcher in the game, Molina, plays for Cardinals. You know what I mean? So I do enjoy watching them play, and hopefully they'll be able to make a little push in our postseason. We'll see. Who do you got for the booty huff?
I got an individual player on this one.
Okay.
And it's someone that actually came through a few weeks back.
Oh, Lord.
And actually, it's a minor leaguer. Tim Tebow.
Oh!
Tebow, he went to the All-Star game for the minor leagues. He's been doing so incredibly well. There's talk of a jump from AA to the bigs. Broke his damn hand, out for the season.
Oh, man.
So he got hit by a pitch?
No, he was in the outfield. I heard it was when he was on the field.
Really?
Yeah.
He must have dove for a ball or something.
Something like that, yeah.
The guy can't catch a break.
Broke his damn hand.
That's
Lord
crazy.
Jesus, pray for me.
Take a knee. Not like Kaepernick.
Right, the original knee taker. Yeah. I think this has been my booty huff for the past 2 weeks, and I'm just going to keep going on with it. Yo, the Baltimore Orioles. I am serious.
Wait, time out. Check out the damn shirt you're wearing.
I know, because
my team. But they're booty huff.
Rock the yard, baby. But, because I'm still hopeful, man. Okay, so this weekend was the official kickoff to the second half of the Major League. These Bamas go up to Toronto and get swept.
What are you hopeful for?
And man, I don't know. Just at least an attempt to get back to 500.
41.5 games out of first place.
I know it's like
Lord, come get me.
I know it's the symbolic.
Coming, Elizabeth.
It's the symbolic second half of the season, but they're 100 games in, 28 and 72. That's 2/3 of the season.
Yeah.
Will they even hit 50 games?
No, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Unless Aaron Judge and Xander Bogaerts and just take about 4 or 5 stars from every team in the AL
and put them on the Orioles.
Manny come back.
Right. But to start off the season with the sweep and
your last 10 games on the road, you only won 1. You don't get more booty up than that, man. I'm sorry. And it might stay on the Orioles. I might have a new reason to complain about the Orioles every week. I hope not.
You should put get a banner made at the top of the page that says "Booty Huff." Orioles Infinity.
Days in a row, the Orioles.
Days in a row. Orioles Booty Huff.
7,
a week.
8, 9, 10.
Have a counter on it. Booty Huff. Wow.
Yeah, so we went with the home team. I went with the home team for the Booty Huff.
I didn't go with them because I thought it was cheap, easy.
Yeah, but we local, and it's just so glaring, that I just can't. I know we've been losing.
We should invite Chris Davis to the show.
Oh, man. Actually, I would be kind of interested to hear what he would have to say about the state of the Orioles and I guess the future. Hell, his future. You know what I'm saying?
Truthfully, I think he may keep it real. Look, man, I'm struggling. Team's struggling. If I don't hit, the team don't go. So,
but then, he can also tell him no about going down to the minors, and that's when he refuses to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, hitting is such a streaky thing. It can be one or two things that you need to fix, and you're good. How relaxed you are, you're seeing the ball. Because that year he was seeing the ball great. He was hitting everything the opposite field most of the time, and now this year he's pulling off everything. It's like he refuses to change.
You know what I'm about to say?
What?
He was hitting that Adderall hall too. I'm just saying.
Again, I don't care how much you performance enhancement drugs you take.
Yeah.
And I get it. It does give you.
Still gotta be able to hit the joint.
You still gotta
be able to coordinate it.
Baseball is a form-fitting sport where you have to do mechanics. Your hitting mechanics have to be right. Oh man, we gotta get to the wrestling joint.
All right, you guys, when we come back, I promise you, we're gonna do the real on wrestling. Got a couple shout outs too, so don't go anywhere.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, the sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or at BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're one of the worst teams in the Major League Baseball right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and Hey,
this is Mark, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The Inspired Radio Show. Tune in every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
I'll give you an example of mine, and this is real simple, but I know I'm not the only one that this happened to. So I went to Target last night, and I'm shopping. I'm just filling my cart with this and that. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, a little Christmas gift right there. Get to the register. They ringing it all up, and they say, ma'am, your total is blah, blah, blah. I open my wallet. I go in my wallet, and my debit card is not in there. I was caught slipping, y'all. I was caught slipping. Oh, my wonderful merchandise. I had to leave there at the store because I was caught slipping. I didn't have my card. Now, I know I'm not the only one that has happened to. For sure. Alright, so
before I walk into places, I check. I'd be like, hold on, before I go in and touch anything, let me just.
I know. I probably will do that now. Hopefully.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Check out this flashback from Sunset Soul Radio.
Sometimes, and let me say this, sometimes people did things a certain way because that's all they knew. Right. So let me finish what I'm saying. Let me keep my point. If the only thing they knew 40 years ago was the hell.
Red Sox are up 1-0.
That's not bad.
Not yet. So Howard, who did you have for your booty huff?
So my booty huff has to be Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
Not because Carmelo Anthony's a bad player. My booty huff is that he's being paid not to play for a team. Mm-hmm. And you know, if everyone saw the Chris Broussard plea to Carmelo Anthony, it was heartfelt, and it was like, and I saw it, I was like, wow, you know, every player has his day, and every player should know the time that they have, and realize that you gotta do something different, and you gotta be able to provide a skill that you have. You know, he's been in the league for years, and you know, your skills diminish, everything changes, so you have to reinvent yourself to be effective, to be that player. If you need to be that sixth man, because your jump is still wet, you can't play no defense, but you know you can try, you know. But
jump is still there though. Jump is
still there. The threat of you scoring is still there. You like, you know, my first time meeting Carmelo Anthony, we were at Frostburg. He was playing a tournament. I taped his ankles, and I didn't realize who he was. And we sat there and chit chatted, and I said, "Oh, you from Baltimore? That's what's up." Blah blah blah. We taped his ankles, and one of the guys who worked for me as a trainer, like, "Do you know who that is?" I said, "Nah, some tall kid." Like, that's Carmelo Anthony. He's going to Syracuse. He's about to be an NBA player. He's from Baltimore. I was like, "What?"
Right.
And I was proud that I taped someone's ankles who was about to be a ball player. You know, and that's just my little grab on Carmelo Anthony. When I met him as a kid, you know, humble. I didn't know how nice he was. He was just a humble, nice cat from Baltimore City that, you know, that came in the training room and asked me to tape his ankles. And he said, "Hey man, that was a great job." And I was like, cool. And we found out who he was. I was like, damn.
Should've got that autograph.
Back then. But it just goes to show that Carmelo's a good guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's just that our pride sometimes get in the way, as Chris Broussard would say. But if anybody see it, go Facebook and look at the Chris Broussard plea to Carmelo Anthony.
Put that up on the show page later.
Yeah,
I need to see that myself.
It was hard for you. Like, you right right
you
here.
know what though? I'm kind of surprised that it was Chris Broussard doing that, and not like a Stephen A. That sounds like a Stephen A. thing.
But Chris Broussard, you know, Stephen A. He was like,
Carmelo. Like Chris Broussard, you felt it so much
he was
more.
like
Like it was sincere. It was heartfelt.
Yikes.
He was about to say, "Dear Lord Jesus, let us pray after we finish." You know, it was just that heartfelt. So if you could find that, it was on the Herd. You know, when he did it, you know, look at it. It's a great. It was a great play.
Yeah, and Chris Broussard, I mean, he's an objective and fair guy. So I mean, he knows his stuff. So there, we'll definitely put that up on the show page after the show. We'll find it for you guys.
Didn't I say he should go to 6-man?
I mean, yo, it's a humbling pill. You know what I mean? Like,
especially you got to figure for Carmelo because he was in that same draft class as LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, see, I remember watching, seeing Paul Pierce come off the bench every once in a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Paul Pierce, champion. Yeah. I mean, but like. It's all about accepting your role and like coming to terms with stuff. I mean, nobody's immortal, nobody's invincible. You know,
Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, and I feel like you can all when you come to grips with it and you know what I mean, like become that role player. You know, you can end your career on a good note.
He's still gonna get buckets. I mean, that's the thing. He's still gonna get buckets.
So is it official that he's out? It's not official yet that he's out.
Well, it's official. He's gonna sign with Houston, but he haven't.
Well, their system pretty much caters to his offensive capabilities. You know what I'm saying? So, he'll still get points.
Yeah, he's gonna get buckets.
You know what I'm saying? They probably need to score 150 as opposed to 140.
But he can't be on the floor. To me, I think it's gonna be hard pressed for him to be on the floor with James Harden.
James Harden.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to be on the floor with James Harden. I mean, maybe CP3, but I don't think he's gonna be on the floor with James Harden.
I don't know, man. I just think that's an interesting mix.
You know someone who has a great opinion on this? It'll be Billy Tosay.
Oh man,
our frat brother, basketball player.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, or if you see this, Billy Tosay, please comment and let us know what you think about this whole Carmelo thing.
He probably not in love with it. Honestly, he probably like, man, get out of here with that. But all right, so we've been talking so much sports and everything. Let's get into the ring with Mark Foster, yo. Give us that reel on wrestling. What's going down?
A lot went down. Not all of it good. First, I'm gonna give a shout out to our friends at Ring of Honor Wrestling. We spoke to Bobby Cruz a while back, went to Best in the World. They announced that they're going to be running along with New Japan Wrestling, the Madison Square Garden.
What?
WWE has had a stranglehold on the Garden for decades, and it looked like they might have tried to edge them out, but once Ring of Honor got New Japan involved, everything fell down. Just the dominoes fell how they wanted to.
Sure.
And WrestleMania weekend, that Saturday, April 6th, I think, New Japan and Ring of Honor at the Garden, and it might be time to go see a wrestling show at the Garden. Which
Yo, man. We got to put that call in and be like, Bobby, what's up?
If I could go, I think I could make that trip.
Yes, okay.
On top of that, even rumors are that they have started to court CM Punk, who has sworn off wrestling entirely, but that's where he really started his professional career. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it'd be interesting to see. He gives him, 8 months to decide, really?
Yeah. And prepare.
I'll be interested.
That's awesome.
The other thing. The elephant in not even the room, in the house, everywhere.
In the realm of wrestling.
Not yesterday, but a week ago, WWE had their Extreme Rules pay-per-view in Pittsburgh. They called an all-talent meeting.
Yep.
Everyone in the company, not just the people on the show. And part of that meeting was Hulk Hogan, who was suspended 3 years ago.
I'm sorry.
And if you're hiding under a rock or anything, Hogan had a sex tape come out, and then part of that tape also was very nice words about, a particular N-word was bandied about.
Hurt me to my heart, man.
So Hogan was brought in front of the boys, that they call them, and to discuss what happened, and they reinstated him in the Hall of Fame, so it looks like WWE's trying to bring Hogan back. And Hogan's quote-unquote apology was more about, I didn't know I was being recorded.
He took the Donald Trump approach.
You don't care that the news are being recorded. You said what you said.
Right.
And the shit, as they say, has hit the fan.
Yeah.
And then, because Vince McMahon's an idiot, like right after Hogan spoke, Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, he came out and, you know, spoke right after Hogan and was talking to him. And I'm sure it's all politicking business because Mark Henry is backstage now. I think in a podcast he had said, like, it's kind of 50-50 split amongst the African Americans in the company who forgive Hogan and who want to give him a second chance, and those who are just like,
nah, yeah.
Well, especially after I didn't know I was being recorded. Not that I'm sorry for saying it. Oh, look, like, hey man, my bad. I was tripping, and I'm sorry. Now, look, I'm sorry. I was being recorded, fellas.
That thing should have never been on in the first place.
How dare she do that to me?
Right. So what's the end result?
WWE still, they haven't really said anything official.
Okay.
But there's been just a lot of talk.
Back
and forth, like on the dirt sheets and on podcasts and everything. Our friends, The New Day, right here, they're out there for a reason. They actually went on Twitter and, as a group, released a statement. And I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Okay.
But they have obviously been getting a lot of questions as to what their reaction was about Hogan. And it says, how do we feel? Indifferent. We're not happy, we're not angry or resentful. The WWE puts into the Hall of Fame is totally and completely up to the company, and from a career standpoint, there is an argument on whether or not Hogan should have the place. We have no problem with his reinduction in the slightest degree. It is impossible to even begin to mention the history and evolution of the business without mentioning his name and accolades. On a personal level, when someone makes racist and hateful comments about any race or group of people, especially to the degree that Hogan made about our people, we find it difficult to simply forget, regardless of how long ago it was or the situation in which those comments were made. But we also do not respond to more feelings of hate. Instead, we just do not associate with people who convey or have conveyed this negative and hurtful mindset. This instance will not be different. Perhaps if we see him make a genuine effort to change, then maybe our opinion will change of him. Time will tell. It goes on. I'll probably take a screen cap of their Twitter post and put it on the page. WWE superstar Titus O'Neil, who's won like Father of the Year awards and all kinds of really big outreach for the company. He came up and basically said how New Day feels is how he feels. And there had been rumors about him refusing to shake Hogan's hand. He was like, I actually never even like got face to face with Hogan. I was there at the meeting, and then since I wasn't on the show, I just left. It's not like I did anything to disrespect Hogan, but I feel how New Day feels.
Well, you know, you said that WWE really hasn't, you know, issued a statement one way or the other yet.
They haven't said anything yet.
I feel like it's almost like they're kind of trying to feel out the reaction, because you know, the only thing they really care about is the bottom line.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if this, I feel like this thing causes enough of a stink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, with the fans, because this is ultimately is what's driving everything is the fans' dollar. You know what I mean? Then we will see, like, okay, we're not gonna let them back in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the fact that they're kind of hanging that thing up in the air, I feel like they're trying to feel the situation out themselves.
I think it's smart. I mean,
yeah.
Look, growing up, I used to watch Hogan.
Yeah, that's what hurt me to my heart.
Ric Flair, you know, all that.
Brother.
But your brother. Ooh, you know, all that, you know, and but you know, our heroes and how did heroes. Well, man, I can't think of the rapper name, but he said when our heroes become a disappointment to us. And you know, a lot of things that's coming on this day and age, and a lot of our heroes have been becoming a disappointment to us from how they look at things, how they do things, or what they're saying. Because the truth comes, what you do in the dark comes to the light.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened to Hogan. You know, as kids, you would never think that he would have that
mind frame.
Right.
But as an adult, you're like, well, maybe I'm not too surprised.
Yeah.
You know, but
you have that reality thing, but it's still that shock
yeah,
factor.
the shock.
Yo, I
you
used
like
to watch this.
You be like, ooh, brother, I used to go
Right.
Hulkamania. I had the T-shirt. Like, ooh. My grandfather used to take me on a wrestling match. So down south, when he was in Florence, South Carolina, he used to take me there, and I used to see Hulk Hogan bounce off the ropes, and ooh, and, you know, it was exciting. But you know, when you hear, you know, and you watch this show, you know, you kind of realize like, maybe Hulk Hogan's a racist. I mean, if you watch this show, you go, something about this
when you get to
is
see
not
how he lives.
Yeah, it's not about right. He didn't say anything off the cuff until he said something off the cuff.
Right.
But it wasn't his first time. It was another incident he had with this type of situation. When we talking about it's just whatever we do in the dark comes to the light. And unfortunately, in our heroes, and when our heroes disappoint us, it's such a because we kept them here. When they fall from such a high state, and they're just like, you can't get back up that high again.
It's hard for you to forgive too after something like that. It's not like somebody that just came around within the last 5-10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like ultimately you really feel betrayed. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye out on that. And of course we got SummerSlam coming up really soon, right?
Yeah, late August, like around the 20th or something like that.
All right, so we'll be talking about that in the next couple of weeks as well.
Actually, we had talked about Daniel Cormier and Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Someone asked about if Brock Lesnar would be going to the UFC with the Universal Championship, how Daniel Cormier felt about that. Mm-hmm. And he said, maybe I'll show up to WWE and take it from him there.
You know that's going to happen. You know he's going to show up, he going to show his face or something.
Look.
That's ratings. That's hype.
Cormier, I think, it gets to a point where you get tired of getting your face bashed in. You get tired of, you can go get paid at WWE and have fun.
Yeah.
They're still athletes. They still do their thing. They still go through the ups and downs and what they got to deal with. But it's money.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's money. And, you can go make that money without thinking, like, if I lose this, I'm not going to be able to make any more money. I'm going to go have me some fun. And win or lose, I'm still get paid pretty well.
Yeah. All right. Well, then there you have it. That's the real on wrestling. You should got one more thing. Go ahead. Go for it.
Just announced tonight.
All right.
Stephanie McMahon, she announced that the women's revolution, as they've termed it, just keeps on rolling on. We've seen the very first women's battle royal at WrestleMania, the women's Royal Rumble, the women's Money in the Bank last year.
Oh, wow.
And in October 28th, from Nassau Coliseum, we will see the first ever all-women's pay-per-view.
Get out of here.
Shut the door.
Right.
I say shut the door.
That's going to be a seller.
There's going to be the finals of the Mae Young Classic, which is a tournament they do on their network.
Yeah.
There's rumors that they may bring back the women's tag team championships too, which I could see going down there too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now that's interesting. I would pay for that one. That would be fun.
Just get the network
fun
watch for free.
Right. Hey. So as we step out of the octagon, out of the ring,
squared circle.
Yes. And onto the basketball court. Let's go ahead and talk about this NBA, man. There's a lot going down in the NBA, and in particular the WNBA, man. A lot of WNBA action. Talk about the big trade, the big Kawhi Leonard trade.
Booty huff.
This is an honorary booty huff for Howard. He want to continue.
Booty. Look. All right. I'm a Spurs fan through and through.
Yeah.
And I think all Spurs fans saw how this was going to end up being at the end of the year. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I know a quad injury is something that takes a little while to heal. The legs still feel funny, doesn't feel like it's together. And how I went down, it was just so crazy from the outside looking in. You're like, dude, why aren't you playing? They said you're cleared. And your people like, nah, we ain't playing. We good over here. What we gonna do? We gonna go rehab this. And you're like, what's really going on? I didn't think we was gonna have this type of breakup.
Yeah, I mean the comments from Tony Parker, you know what I mean, about his injury and how injured he really was. Like,
because in a way you get the question because you realize that they needed Kyrie to go further in the playoffs. They knew they had a solid team and they did a decent job this year. But they needed Leonard. They needed before Leonard got hurt when they was playing the Warriors. I thought the Spurs was going to sweep the Warriors because
They had no answer for Leonard.
Mark was on the wheels too.
Yeah, they had no answer for Leonard other than stepping on his ankle.
Yeah. Shots fired. That's what we do.
So if you think about it, you watch that game, you see how it unfolded. They was like, oh no, they're up by 20, and Leonard is just balling on us. We got to step on him. And I think it's messed up how the Raptors did DeRozan.
That's the other side of the coin.
That was gonna be my point.
They were like, nah, brother, we gonna keep you. We love you. We love your family. We know you love Toronto. We're in it forever. Yeah. So tomorrow I need you to pack your bags and get your stuff.
Honestly, him and Lowry weren't working good together.
Are him and Kawhi gonna do better?
I don't know. It's two different positions. Well, Kawhi's in his small forward.
He's small forward, but he also runs it like the point too.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a difference there. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though for a good time, like a good amount of time, I was saying that was a pretty decent backcourt, but I don't think it was enough to push them in. They're trying to get to the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
they're happy LeBron's in the West now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
Toronto, without DeMar DeRozan, was trash. Him, along with the coach that they dismissed that the Pistons picked up.
God, I know.
Took that team and made them better, falling just short of the finals.
Who's high in Toronto? Because, okay, thank you. I totally forgot about the coach until just now.
I think,
who is high in Toronto?
I think the Spurs got the best part of that deal.
Spoken to Bubba Kush. Look, I don't know about the Spurs got the best part of that deal. I think the Spurs, Leonard is Leonard. He's going to be a phenom if he stays, when he stays healthy. You can tell he's one of the top 3 of players in the league right now when he's healthy. He's unstoppable, and his jumper is great. So I don't know who had the best deal. Overall, I think the Spurs didn't make out because what's name would just sign a contract, so I think they take their contract. But Leonard, he's done. So is he going to stay in Toronto? What's going to happen there?
I think he's just making a stop through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He might even. I wouldn't be surprised if, next year this time we talking about LA.
Well, that's what he wanted.
Yeah, that's what he wanted all along. So, I really think he's just visiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, with this trade, some could argue that there has been a momentum shift of some sort in the East. But I wanted to ask you guys, where does this trade, this addition to the team, where does this put the Toronto Raptors?
Sky high.
You really think so?
I think. Look, man, Leonard is Leonard. I don't care who you are. He's gonna ball.
So what? Top 3?
Top 1.
Top 1. Have we forgotten about the Boston Celtics?
Yeah.
That's taking
Gordon coming back.
Yes. Kyrie coming back.
The East is just the East.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the West is.
It's just a shame. It's just a shame how we say the East is just the East.
Just the East, right?
Wow.
Right. And back in the day, East was everything. Seriously, in the 90s, East was everything, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So so you're saying, top number 1 team. What about you, Howard?
I don't know, man. I'm still go I guess they're top 3.
Yeah, I would go for top 3. I would go for top 3 as well.
I'd say the West obviously is so many teams that could get to the finals.
That's where all the excitement lies.
I think the East is going to just be Boston and Toronto. Everything else, all the other 6 teams or whatever that make it to the final or to the playoffs on that side are just going to be waiting to get swept by one of those 2 teams.
I'm gonna hang on to the Bucks too. I'm gonna try to hang on with. I'm gonna try to hang on to the Bucks. And
the Bucks can't get along right now.
And also too, I'm hoping that the moves that were made on the Washington Wizards, I'm still skeptical about Dwight Howard. I'm just hoping for the best.
I think the Heat surprised a lot of everyone last year.
Yeah.
Can they sustain it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the Heat always had a solid team the past 2 years. When Wade went back there, it gave him a little push. But I don't expect Wade to do the whole year like that. I think he's gonna come off the bench a little bit more.
You know, he'll start, then he'll sit more, then people call him the bench.
And I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
He's going to phase out. Yeah. He's going to go out gracefully.
Maybe he needs to come off the bench in a suit and tie and be yelling at the players and the rest.
He's still a good ball, man.
I mean, but that's a realistic player for you. I mean, he's had hella knee injuries and whatnot. That's what I said. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And to not have, you know, so much pressure on you to be the one to carry a team. I mean, like, yo, that's rough. That's rough. And you know, like I said, when you're towards the end of your career, you want to be able to chill a little bit. You know,
go out gracefully.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's switch it over to the ladies. Let's dedicate the last couple of minutes to the ladies. The WNBA is starting to heat up. We had a couple of records this weekend. The first record that I would like to talk about is Liz Cambage, I believe, of the Chicago Sky. She set the WNBA record for points in a game with 53 points in a single game, which is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Whether that's you know, WNBA, NBA, you score 53 points in one game, and don't they play less time than the NBA? They got the 4 10-minute quarters, right?
She was balling in.
Yeah, and you know, and also, like, honestly, she could have been an honorary come through as well, because over the past 5 games, she has scored a total of 159 points. So I mean, this girl is a pure scorer and has just been on the money the past week and a half.
Did she dunk on anybody?
She hasn't dunked yet, but she looks big enough. Like, she looks like she should be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
Shorty's, yeah.
She's with the Chicago Sky?
Yeah.
Maybe she should put more effort in, because they're 8-17.
Oh, ouchie.
Well, now you see why she scored, because she decided not to pass because nobody else was scoring. Well, look, that's how you score 50-something points. Ask Kobe with that 80.
Hey, I see that. Oh, fuck it. I don't know if you remember last season. Last season, probably around this time, we had a triple-double.
Yeah.
In the WNBA. And we had this whole conversation about, man, why aren't there more triple-doubles, this, that, and the third? Well, it's been about another year since the last one. And, you know, I got to take a few minutes to shout out Courtney Vandersloot for recording a triple-double. And that is the 7th all-time in the WNBA. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that stat just gets me every time, man. Like, you know, but I can't confidently say, well, you know, like, we're going to be on a roll here. There are going to be more triple-doubles. But this is really good for the game of women's basketball, especially at the professional level. You know,
the women's game, they're scoring more.
They play more defense, too.
Yeah.
They give a damn. They do. I'm seriously. Come on, man. Seriously.
We've talked about it. The NBA, that's where they're lacking. Like, they've gone so downhill, and with less time.
Yeah, you got to give props. That's impressive. Yeah. That really is impressive.
That's what makes Leonard special, because he plays defense.
Yeah, wasn't he defensive player of the year like 1 or 2 times? Yeah, okay, yeah, right. So, you know, we show love to defense here, just a bit outside. Really quickly before we go to break, the WNBA also has their All-Star game this weekend in Minnesota. And, you know, Minnesota has been kind of hot the past couple of seasons. You know, we talked about them a great deal last year as far as contending for the title and whatnot. So they'll be pulling out all the stops for the ladies. And, you know, I'll be watching that this weekend. We'll have to chop that up. Music? All right, you guys, when we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up, baby. Don't go nowhere. Just a bit outside.
We're a bit of rap.
Yeah.
There's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What?
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams, getting closer to nature, can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monty from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
I mean, really, but I mean, he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and like she doesn't have like brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that. Or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't like tagging her.
Right.
He probably was just like, and the kids was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Why do they have the accent? Why? Why do his kids have the accent?
I just pictured them looking like African. Oh. I didn't want to have to admit that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Every week we say it goes by so damn fast. I can't believe it's already the last segment.
I know, man.
We got the well, before we give the Orioles score, because it's still, you know, Manny Machado update. You know, in his first 3 games he went 5 for 10. Tonight he's 0 for 3. But the Dodgers are up.
Yes! It's like, no.
Hater alert! Hater alert!
Those, it's still 1-0. That's bottom of the third. So
okay,
keeping it close with the Red Sox.
Cool. Shout outs.
I'm on the wrong app right now.
It's all good. I got you. I'm gonna shout out Carrie. What's up, Carrie? My girl always tunes in every week. What's up, Mama? Miss Marsha, how you doing? All the way out there in the AZ. And on Dolly as well as Miss Renee. How you doing? All right, you're gonna need that. All right. So yeah, you guys know how we end the show.
Rookies on a set.
Show on a good note. We have a feel good, and then we're gonna also have like just a few comments.
St. Louis Cardinals. Talked about them a little bit.
Yep.
So they're gonna be calling up a young man from minor leagues.
Okay.
Daniel Ponce de Leon.
Ponce de Leon. What a name.
So what's remarkable about bringing up a 26-year-old pitcher? Or no, actually, yeah, he's righty. 14 months ago, he was fighting for his life. He got hit in the head by a line drive. Required surgery. Let's see. Struck him right in the right temple and put his career and life in jeopardy.
Wow.
After weeks of intensive care and months of inactivity, he began working out and building up to a return. By February, he had progressed so much that the St. Louis invited him to the big league spring training. For Memphis this season, he is 9-3, 2.15 ERA, 103 strikeouts.
Throwing that ball.
And now he's going up to the majors.
Fantastic.
You've been coming up with some good stuff, man. I love them perseverance stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trump tight.
Wow.
This week was chock full of them too. I couldn't figure out which one to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked the baseball one. Stay with the topic.
Yeah. I'm gonna say we full in it. We full in it in MLB season. Howard, you gonna?
Do I have a feel good moment? I don't know.
I think we're gonna shout out. Shout out Taylor.
Well, let's shout out. Keisha and Mark for inviting me back. I've been on a hiatus for a while, working, doing a lot of things, trying to banging on the table, doing a lot of things, and trying to make some money for the family, moving to a new house. Did some things. So yeah, shout out to Keisha and Mark for giving me the chance to come back again, even though I was not ignoring them. I watch y'all every few weeks when I had a chance, say a little smart comment, and I go back to work. Yeah, that's my shout out. I know I could shout out some businesses, but I think it's frowned on that here.
They want to send us some money.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about Taylor Hayes, you guys. This death of a 7-year-old Baltimore girl who, died, just weeks after getting shot in the Edmondson Village area. I mean, you guys, I just can't stop saying it enough. You guys already know, like, I'm really, big against gun violence here in Baltimore City, and it's a big problem. I can't say it enough. I mean, we end the show every day this way. Baltimore, spread love, I mean, we got to stop with the violence, man. We can't. It just hurts every time we lose a child or an innocent person due to gun violence, man. Like, I hate to sound taboo. I hate to, I might have said, things that people have said like 20, 30 times over, but to me, you just can't say it enough.
My focus is where's the outrage? The word of the people that we use is not riots, but standing up and talking and protesting, marching on things like this. But I haven't seen the outrage. I watch it on TV, I see it at work, and you're like, this is crazy. Like, we'll protest something that the police did wrong, but we won't protest something that's going on in our neighborhoods that needs to change. We got babies dying out here. I can't imagine one of my kids dying because of a bullet, a stray bullet. So when you have these young kids and you come to the realization that we need to do more, all of us, no matter where we're from, where we live at, where we stay, more has to be done. Reach out to your delegates, the police. Reach out to the police. Do something. Do more. If you don't want to reach out to the police, reach out to your neighborhoods. Reach out to the people who are causing these things. Reach out to them and say, "Hey, stop it. Do something." Where's the outrage at? Okay, I'm done.
Well said. Well said. Like I said, you know how we end the show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. It's always a good time. Y'all have a great week.
Damn.
You hit that shit with authority too. That shit was like a sidearm like slider and shit.
Baseball days, baby.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up.